Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
A first down carry for Davis. And some room to work. Oh, a nifty juke there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 44 yards from Mike Davis. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Prescott now from the 50. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. On fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Maher able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game. Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversions, and now they're just 3 back. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound. And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done. Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. The same outcome on 3 straight plays. All runs of 4 yards. The last one gets him a first down. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot. Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down. Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Davis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return will stop right around the 25. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 22 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. 81 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And 'Cause 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 ' Prescott now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's got some space here. A nice little juke. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They go again with Davis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. It's pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Davis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Another run here with Dobbins. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. 139 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Play action now. Prescott. That's caught. It's James Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to claw one back.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dobbins running out of the gun.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside give to Davis. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
4th down, here's Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, Jackson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Up the middle to Davis. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with...
And Prescott, his third interception.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we